Hi everyone, today I wanted to share with you 5 tips to help you get motivated to sit down and write. Any of us who have ever tried to get words on a page know how difficult it can be to force yourself to actually sit down and do the work. So no matter how passionate you are about your future career as a writer, or however much you love the process, it can be really, really difficult. So these tips work for me and I hope that they will work for you as well. So let's get straight into it. My first tip is to try to avoid procrastination. And this is a big one for me. And it's taken me years to get a system that means that I do just sit down and get on with it. A big source of procrastination for me is anything that needs doing around the house. So I'm really easily distracted by some mess that needs dealing with, or knowing I have certain household chores that need to be dealt with. That kind of stuff, I'll end up going, oh, actually, I must do that. Or if I need to sort of organise some family admin, something like that, I will prioritise that over my writing. So the important thing is to acknowledge how it is that you procrastinate. So it might be that, like me, you're someone that's easily distracted by the house, or it might be that perhaps you're really distracted by your phone or whatever. We all have our different things that we're going to go, actually, I am supposed to be writing, but instead what I'm going to do is. And when you've recognised what it is that you do and accepted that that is something that happens, then you can find ways to avoid it. So for me, because I know that the chores are a source of procrastination for me, I get up early enough that I've got time to get ready, get the kids ready, and do the chores that I need to do for the day. And that way, I feel like I'm kind of done. And so that means that I can sit down and concentrate. And that really helps. If you're a person that finds that they scroll on the internet, or you need to sit and check your social media accounts, make sure you've already done that. Or lock your phone away, lock yourself out of the internet, download one of these apps that limits you at certain times or however you want to do it. But make sure that whatever it is that distracts you is not going to distract you. And the only way you can really do that is acknowledge that that's what you do. So when you know what it is you do to avoid writing, that will help you to put things in place to make sure that you do just get on with it. My second top tip is to schedule your writing sessions. Treat it like a job, even if it isn't your job, and have time booked out, whether you put it into your diary or your calendar, or it's just in your mind that this is my writing time. Block it out and do it. Treat it like a task, a job, a meeting, something that you have to do at a specific time. Even if you find that you're just sat at your laptop or with your notebook and the words aren't really flowing, the fact that you have valued that time will matter so much, and making that a specific time where writing happens. And over time, you will get better at making your brain do the thing when you need it to do it. But otherwise, there's always another job that needs to come first. So if it's scheduled in and that time is valued and you cannot cancel it, it will make it far more likely that you actually dedicate that time to writing. My third tip is to sort of create a bit of an ambience. In the same way as I was saying earlier, I find it really hard if I can see things that need doing and I'm writing. So that's one of the things, is to make sure that you're in kind of a clear, calm environment where you're not seeing all of the tasks. But also you can add things to that. So I can't write in silence. I found certain kinds of music that work for me. So often instrumental stuff is quite good, but actually I can create an atmosphere that's conducive to what I'm writing. So for me, certain books had kind of a certain soundtrack, and it can really help you get your head into the zone as well. It's almost like Pavlovian conditioning. You have the soundtrack, you put on the scented candle, you're sat in the dedicated space, and your brain finds it easier to do the thing. So I really think that finding an ambience that works for you, it might be, I make myself a coffee, I put on the fairy lights, I have a scented candle on, this is the soundtrack, and I'm good to go. You might be someone that doesn't need all of that, but I think still, if you have certain signals or habits that signal to your brain, now is the writing time, even if it is just making yourself a coffee, it does actually really help. That routine that gets you into that writing zone is really, really useful. And that then lends itself to my next tip, which is around journaling. If you haven't tried it, I really recommend trying journaling to get you into the creative process. So personally, I use something very similar to morning pages. So I'm looking at free-flowing journaling. I've not got any kind of prompt. I am just simply sitting down and writing. So this is my current notebook. I've chosen something ring bound so that I can lay it out flat. And I've chosen something that's a good size for me. Morning pages, I think, is supposed to be 4 pages of A4, which I find a little bit too much. I do sort of 2 or 3 pages of, what is this, about A5, slightly bigger, I think. And that works for me. So I think finding something that gets you into a state of flow, because that's the point, gets you into that kind of creative flow process, but isn't too arduous. So for me, it's sort of 2 or 3 pages this size. It's handwritten and it's writing down whatever flows through my brain. So it could be, I hate doing this journaling thing. I'm not in the mood. I don't want to write today. Or it could be, I'm so excited. Or it could be, this happened earlier. Reflective stuff about what happened yesterday, or what's in my mind, or what I need to remember to do. Or it could be the same word written over and over again. It's whatever's flowing through your brain. And that really works for me, because there's something about the fact that pen is on paper and words are going through brain that then means that when I sit down to write, I'm already in that state of flow. It really works for me. If you find that you need journaling prompts or you want to use a slightly different method, then go for it, whatever works for you. But I think a creative task that gets you into that mindset, alongside all of those little signals in creating your ambience, I think that's a really good thing to do. It just gets your head in the space it needs to be in and in the thought process to actually be able to sit and do the writing. My last tip today is really around your sort of self-talk and the way that you see yourself as a writer. It's so important to have belief in your writing, even if the draft is really terrible, that you know that you can do this. And please, if you take nothing away from this video, you can do this and you will do this. Have that belief that it's possible to do it. People do it, you can do it, and that you know your worth. You know that writing has value. This isn't a silly pastime. This isn't something to be looked down on. This is something that people dream of doing, and you are sitting down and you are doing it. And even if the words are lousy at this particular point in time, it doesn't matter. You are doing it and you can do it. And the more that you tell yourself that, the more that you just have confidence that the writing will happen. The piece that you're working on will get to an end point. Even if the drafting isn't going so well, you know that it will get there with the editing. You know you can do it. And you should hold that confidence. Don't let imposter syndrome get there. If you can sit down in your writing sessions and have that sense of, I know I can do this, you're going to be so much more likely, first of all, to be able to be productive, but secondly, to actually enjoy it. And the more that you find that sitting down and writing is exciting and joyful and fun and, this amazing thing comes out of it, the easier it is to force yourself to do the work when you're really not in the mood. And after all, that's what all of this is about. I hope you found these tips helpful. They definitely help me. Please put in the comments any other things that you find useful when you're trying to get motivated to write. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more videos like this one. I'll see you all soon. Take care.